Hi all, Adi here from Haunts and Jaunts. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today I'm in Sussex and I'm just walking up now to a place called Chanctonbury Ring. Now this place has got so many legends, ghost stories, so much history attached to it. I've also got the drone with me today, but I'm not sure if you can hear, it's extremely windy. So I'm in like an enclosed bit at the moment. We've got some high hedgerows, but when I get into the exposed bit, you're probably not going to be able to hear me. So I might end up doing a voiceover. So yeah, I shall tell you the tale and all the ghost stories and myths and legends and everything attached to this very, very special place. High up on the South Downs, in deepest, darkest West Sussex, lies one of Britain's most mysterious and atmospheric ancient sites, Chanctonbury Ring. From prehistoric settlements and Roman temples to ghost stories and encounters with the devil himself. This place has captured the imagination of visitors for centuries. Today, I'm going to explore the fascinating history, myths and legends surrounding Chanctonbury Ring. It was so windy up here today, guys, I had to do the voiceover. Chanctonbury Ring sits on the crest of the South Downs and it's about 780 feet above sea level. And from here you can see miles across the Weald, and on a clear day you can even see the sea. The ring itself is a circle of beech trees, which we'll see in a minute, and they were planted in the 18th century surrounding the remains of a very ancient hill fort. It's quite an evocative sight. It's often shrouded in mist or silhouetted against the sunset, and it's perfect setting for the legends that surround it. The story of Chanctonbury Ring begins thousands of years ago. Archaeologists have discovered that people first settled here during the Bronze Age, around 2000 BC, and later during the Iron Age, roughly 400 BC, the hilltop was transformed into a hill fort, complete with earth banks and ditches, which you can still see today. These defences suggest the site was not only a stronghold, but also an important community hub. When the Romans invaded Britain, they too recognised the significance of this spot. Excavations have revealed the remains of a Roman temple within the ring, and it was likely dedicated to a local or Romanised deity. Pottery and coins found here suggest it remained an active place of worship well into the Roman period. So for at least 2 millennia, Chanctonbury has been a sacred and strategic site. Fast forward to 1760, when a local landowner named Charles Goring planted a circle of beech trees around the old hill fort. Over time, these grew into this striking crown of woodland that we see today. Though damaged by the Great Storm of 1987, many of the trees have been replanted, and the ring remains one of the most recognisable landmarks on the South Downs. I'm struggling to stay upright. It's that windy. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely picked the wrong day to come up here. I mean, it's the weather's nice, but oh man. If you can tell from the mad. And of course, no ancient site would be complete without its fair share of myths and folklore. The famous stories of Chanctonbury Ring involve the devil himself. Legend says that if you run around the ring 7 times on a moonless night, Satan will appear and he'll offer you a bowl of soup, or sometimes milk. There's so many stories about this and they all vary a little bit, but one thing that doesn't differ is that whatever he offers you, it's in exchange for your soul. Another tale claims that if you sit quietly in the ring at midnight, the devil will come to you. And I can quite honestly say that there is no way you will find me walking up that big hill. It must be a 35 or 40-minute walk in the dead of night into these woods, because they were creepy. Chanctonbury Ring is also said to be a gathering place for witches. Folklore claims that covens held rituals here under the full moon, drawing on the site's ancient spiritual power. It definitely has an energy up here. Not sure what that energy is, but hey ho. Others speak of fairies and strange lights flitting among the trees at night. Some have even said they've seen UFOs. And there are ghost stories too. Visitors have reported seeing spectral figures, including a phantom woman and Roman soldiers marching in silence. And ghostly horse riders have also been seen up here. I have just had something strange happen, could just be a coincidence, but I've heard like whispering voices here, just behind me. Very briefly, it could be because it's so windy that there's people down there and it just got carried in the wind. But yeah, and it's definitely cold now. It's a real cold spot. I've got goosebumps coming up. I was cold before I heard that voice, by the way. Yeah, definitely quite energetic around here, whatever that may be. Over the years, paranormal investigators and curious walkers have described strange sensations whilst visiting the ring, including myself. Some report sudden drops in temperature, feelings of dread, or the overwhelming sense of being watched. Now, I know in that clip I just said I felt really cold, and I did. It might be more to do with the wind, but I found out this information after I'd already been there. So I do believe in the power of suggestion. But there you go. Others claim to have experienced time slips, where the modern world momentarily vanishes and the site appears as though it may have in ancient times. Because of these experiences, many people believe that Chanctonbury Ring is a place of earth energy or ley lines. Some people describe it as a thin place, and that's where the boundary between this world and the next feels unusually fragile. Whether you see it as a mystical experience or a psychological, there's no denying that the site has got a very unique atmosphere. So today, Chanctonbury Ring is a very popular stop along the South Downs Way. It attracts walkers, cyclists, historians and ghost hunters alike. It's a place where history and legend and myth all intertwine. It's a site that has meant many different things to many different people across thousands of years. So whether you come for the archaeology, the view or the spine-tingling stories, Chanctonbury Ring never fails to leave a lasting impression. And I also found out that it has links to the infamous occultist Aleister Crowley. Just heading back down to the car park. I don't know if you can hear. Just looking how steep it is. It really is. So just bear that in mind. And when I get back down to the car park, I'll show it to you. So if you do want to come here, you can figure out the route to get up. Because in all honesty, it wasn't very well signposted. I had signposts for South Downs Way, and that was a public bridle path, but it was very difficult. I just heard something in the woods there. It was very difficult to figure out if we needed to go right or left, so very nice. That's nice respite from that wind. Honestly, I've got such a horrendous headache now from that wind. It was crazy. What 3 words for this location, if you want to come and walk up to Chanctonbury Ring, is thundered upwardly went, which is quite apt really, isn't it? We went upwardly thundery, yeah, with that wind. So anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Sorry it was so windy, we couldn't get the drone up either. I got such a bad headache up there from the wind. It was really intense. I'm glad now we've come back down. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I shall see you for the next one.